Hey there, and how you doing? Welcome back to this Chetty and Likens Horror Party Massacre. I'm Chetty, and I have got an unpopular opinion today. 13 Fanboy. Should have loved it. Should have been wallowing in the awesomeness that is this movie. Should have been jumping up and down for joy and biting nails with anticipation. Did not like it. Did not like 13 Fanboy at all. And I'm going to tell you why I didn't like it. There's a lot of reasons why, which is not good, but hey, it'll make for a fun video. First off, 13 Fanboy. First thing I'll say is I felt like the editing was kind of rough. It wasn't smooth. It wasn't a nice, smooth river in between the cuts. It just felt like jarring, like it's all of a sudden. It's from one scene to the next. Ugh! I didn't like that. It didn't have a smooth, cohesive feel to it, in my opinion. That was one thing that really took me out of the movie. One of the other things that really took me out of it was there was absolutely no character development. These were cardboard cutouts of some Friday the 13th icons. Yes, they're playing themselves as characters, but there should have been some character development. I didn't care about any of them at all. And that's a killer because it's Friday the 13th. It's the actors that were in Friday the 13th. You should care about them. You should have something to go, man, I wish they hadn't killed him. There should have been something. I'm talking to a friend of mine a couple weeks ago about the same thing where some movies, there's just no characterization to the movies, and it's just depressing because you want to root for the characters. To which my friend countered, most of the people today root for the killer. Freddy, Jason. We don't go to the movies to see Amy Steele or Adrian King come out on top and kill the kid. No, we go to see the killer kill these people and the ways that he's going to kill them. And even the killer, to me, no personality, nothing of interest about him. And that's a shame because, again, it's like a fan's wet dream with all the characters that they brought into this movie, all the actors from the Friday the 13th series. I shouldn't say I don't care about them. Ron Sloan in Friday the 13th Part 5, that's probably one of my favorite characters. And I didn't care in 13 Fanboy when bad things happened to him. Didn't care. Lame plot twist. Did not like the plot twist at all. Seen it coming a mile away. Still don't understand why it was a plot twist. Because A, like I said, I figured it out pretty early on. And B, there's not really a reason behind it. I mean, or at least the reason given or assumed was just weak. It is very weak. The plot twist, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't see it coming. I did. And that may have been fine for you because it kept you invested in the movie. For me, it was not fine. I did not like knowing who was involved in this plot twist. I did not like the reasoning they gave for the plot twist. It just was not a good reason. So, no suspense. I mean, there's in a lot of horror movies, you're kind of leaning in and you're anticipating the kill, and you're wanting to know, oh, when are they gonna get him? Is he gonna get him? Ah! You know, there's suspense. You wanna be scared. You wanna be prepared to jump. For me, this movie had absolutely no suspense. Nothing. It was, guy walks in the room, chop, 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 chop. It's like an ICP song. Chop, chop, chop. No suspense. Wish they would have had some. That would have at least been one thing I could say about the movie that was entertaining, is it was suspenseful, but this one was not. The kills, I thought the kills were kind of lacking. They weren't very over the top, exciting, laughable. One of the things with especially the Friday the 13th series and Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween is the kills. There are different weapons used, or different method of killing, or different, they invented. Jason picks up a sleeping bag and bashes the bitch against a tree. That's a good kill. Michael stabs him through the chest and pins him to the wall. That's a good kill. This one, for someone that said they are a fan of Friday the 13th, they sure didn't follow in the footsteps of, because those kills were all pretty weak. Again, ICP. Stab, stab, stab. Chop, chop, chop. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of the people that were in this movie. We're going to start off with Dee Wallace. Not bashing Dee Wallace, not saying anything negative about her. She's a good actress. She's got a lot of great movies under her belt. She is an icon in the horror field. Why was she in this movie? I feel like they wrote the part for Adrienne King, because the woman had a past history with a stalker, which Adrienne King did, and she was a painter, and Adrienne King's a painter. I feel like they wrote that role specifically for Adrienne King, but for whatever reason, Adrienne was not part of the movie. So they had to fill her shoes with somebody else. All along, from the very start, from the very first time I heard this movie was being made, it's always been the killer is a fan of Friday the 13th. He's writing letters to the Friday the 13th cast members, and they're ignoring him, so he's going after the Friday the 13th people. All of a sudden, Dee Wallace is in the movie, and now the killer is a fan of Halloween also. Okay. I can kind of go along with that. However, Dee Wallace is the only person from a Halloween movie in there. And it's the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. And she didn't even have a big part in the movie. So why is she the main focus for the killer? I don't know. I just don't think Dee Wallace was... I don't think she belonged in the movie. I think she was a fill-in for someone else. Haley Greenbauer. Why is she a target? Again, the killer is going after the stars of Friday the 13th and now Halloween. Haley, in the movie, her character is not written to be in any of those movies. So why is the killer wanting to go after her? Why is he targeting her? If she wasn't in Friday the 13th, if she wasn't in Halloween, oh, she was in a fictional movie for the 13 Fanboy called Bloodlust. So apparently now the killer is a huge fan of Friday the 13th and Halloween and Bloodlust. But he's only going to go after the one character. Everyone else is going to be Friday the 13th. Tiffany Helms. Man, how are you going to kill off Tiffany Helms and she ain't even in the movie? She don't even have a... She doesn't show up in the movie in a picture. She doesn't... Well, maybe she shows up on the TV. I don't know. But she doesn't have any speaking lines. She doesn't walk on screen and then do anything with anybody. How are you going to kill somebody and drop their name and not even have them in the fucking movie? That's horrible. You don't kill Tiffany Helms and not even let her be in a fucking movie? Corey Feldman. What the fuck was up with Corey fucking Feldman? The whole movie is these people as actors of the Friday the 13th movies and Halloween movie. They're playing characters of themselves. Or lack of characters of themselves. Except Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman is playing a sleazy, weird-ass producer. Or maybe he's like one of those Indiegogo executive producers. I don't know. But he wasn't playing Corey fucking Feldman. Why? How does that make any sense that everyone else in the fucking movie is playing their part? Deborah Voorhees? She's playing Deborah Voorhees. Dee Wallace is playing Dee Wallace. Ron Sloan is playing Ron Sloan. Corey Feldman, he's playing someone else completely. What? Didn't make sense. Didn't like that. Wasn't even very impressed with the work that he had available to him in this movie. Because if he was to serve as a red herring, it was a pretty bad red herring. It was stale. Overall, the movie, I really had high hopes for. I was really excited about. And then when I sat through it, which it actually, honestly, it took us 3 nights because we just kept falling asleep. That it was just not that entertaining, not that exciting. And I know that's an unpopular opinion. I know there's a lot of people online saying how great it was. I know it's got a lot of great reviews, but in this cat's house, it wasn't worth the catnip. It was no good, and I won't watch it again. I didn't even want to. Originally, I wanted to do a 13 Reasons Why 13 Fanboy is no good. I don't even want to go back and watch the movie so that I can do 13 reasons. I'm just going to leave it at the 10 reasons that I have right now. It should have been good. It should have been great. It could have been, but it wasn't. So that was my thoughts on 13 Fanboy. I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you disagree with me and tell me why in the comments below. Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel, get some notifications coming in when we post something new. And for God's sake, stay spooky.
I want to thank you. Anything you want, you just name it.